This is Wilson Morales from Black Men TV talking to Joseph Sikora regarding the season finale of season two of Power Book Four. Force, how's it going, Joseph?
Wilson, going so great, man. I'm so excited that the strike is over. I'm so excited at this finale. I'm so excited that Deion Taylor is going to show the world again what makes him such a brilliant director. And I'm so proud of Gary Lennon and this incredible season.
Tommy always likes to have and play it by, he plays it too close to the vest, and here, it seemed like he's getting a little bit too carried away with, I got it all, but obviously that's not the case. So how do you think Tommy's evolution has been this season?
Well, I think that some of the hubris of Ghost exists in Tommy because they really are, like they said all the way back in season one, two sides of the same coin. And I think that that if this was Tommy who died in the Power Show and this was Ghost's journey on, I think you'd see more of Tommy in there. And inversely, I think you see more of Ghost of more and more and more as the evolution of the character emerges. So I think that a lot of the Ghost stuff of like I got it all. I'm the number one. I've got everything going on in my head, almost to the point of like I tell you, but you wouldn't understand. So just believe me and follow me. So I think that that's a little bit where we are with Tommy. I think he is getting carried away a little bit. It makes me nervous, but I think that he's going to learn sooner than later that he needs allies to survive.
Well, that's the thing. I'd like to think that he gets his strength by acting solo. And then when he has to care for anybody, that's his weakness. Obviously, we're looking at Miguel's sister. We're looking at his nephew. When he starts to care too much, mistakes happen. And whereas when he operates by himself, he doesn't have to worry about anything. It's either kill or be killed. But if it's family involved, that could be his weakness, maybe going into the next season.
I mean, you've been here since the beginning. You get it, man. Your fingers on the pulse. That is Tommy's. The chinks in his armor are love, no matter what it is. And I think that that's partially. I mean, Gary Lennon has been writing that for the character of Tommy since the beginning of the Power Show. I mean, since season two when he came on. And I think that that's responsible storytelling in a way because Tommy wants his cake and to eat it too because we know Tommy's always hungry, so he's about to eat that cake. But he doesn't get to have his cake and eat it too because as soon as all he wants is love. And when he finds love, that's ultimately what brings him down and shows where his weaknesses are.
You've had the pleasure of working with Deion Taylor on film, but with the last two season finales. Last year, season one, everybody was heartbroken when Liliana went out. Here, now it's like, okay, there's a couple of deaths out here, but is it the same thing? Like, when you're working with Dion, on multiple occasions, do you guys know each other well enough to know that what he wants, he can deliver?
Oh yes, I mean, obviously Dion and I have done two films together. One of which I executive produced along with him, and he's done both of the finales now for the Power Book Four Force show. Dion and I, we have a shorthand. He makes me a better actor because he demands my best every time. We'll do a take until he's happy, and sometimes I just have to trust that is his vision, and I do trust him. I trust him as a friend, a collaborator, a brother, and a leader. Deion Taylor is just an incredible spirit. He puts that into every episode that he directs. So you get a piece of Deion Taylor. I think that he puts his stamp on everything he does without trying to put his stamp on everything he does. I love working with Deion. I'd do it. I'd do it every episode if I could.
We see Tommy, we see hopefully not, discrepancy and grumbling between Tommy and Diamond because Diamond's now sensing that Tommy could be, you know, on his own at times. Is there a possibility Tommy decides to work with Shanti more than with Diamond coming next season?
I think that there's definitely a possibility. I think that Tommy is willing to work with whoever is going to make him the money. But I think Tommy genuinely likes Diamond. I mean, look at Isaac Keys. He plays a wonderfully understated character. Just I think that it's a wonderful juxtaposition between the hothead, impulsive Tommy and the strident, well thought out Diamond. But Tommy also senses that Diamond isn't being 100 with him either because of the Jannard, because of linking in Jannard, and Diamond also keeps a lot of his cards close to his chest as well. And Tommy's just like, hey, that's cool, but I got to do my own thing. Like I got to keep on going where I know I'm supposed to go. So I think that if that lies with Shanti's showstopper, then so be it. But Tommy's gonna go get that bag.
You mentioned earlier that Tommy may need more friends than he can think of. And, you appeared on Ghost, but it wasn't really
Mhm.
mentioned at all as far as what you did in Ghost on this season of Force. Is there a possibility of Tasha showing up in Chicago and helping him out?
Well, I think that if slash when we are at that crossroads, I think that all bets are on. I think that everybody from across the universe, we may see older versions of Raising Canaan, people in Raising Canaan pop up. You just never know, and I think that those lines will get twisted. I think the fans will be really excited.
You know, how is it like, when you've worked with actors that are on the show, then obviously, as we get later in the episode, some of these guys are going to go out, like Walter Flynn, played by Tommy, Flanagan, and
Mhm.
others, so like, what's that feeling like when somebody gets that script? You ain't going, but somebody else may will.
Well, you never know. It might be when it's my time, when my number comes up. That's just your fate. That's your lot in life. And if Tommy Egan has to go, then Tommy Egan has to go. It was awful to see Tommy Flanagan go. I love Tommy Flanagan. He's one of the most gifted, wonderful, impulsive. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth or what move he's going to make. He's just an absolute luxury to work with as a fellow actor. So that one, that hurt. Audrey Esparza, who played Liliana, that was I'm so sorry to see her go, as were the fans. But you never know who's gonna go for sure. But all of these actors really are wonderful. The cast, I mean, I can't say enough good things about the cast of Power Book 4 Force. Chris Lofton, who plays Jannard, is just an absolute luxury to work with. Again, Shane Harper, Lily Simmons. The list really does go on and on. Of course, Isaac Keys, Anthony Fleming III, who plays J.P. Gibbs, who is a Chicago native, and we went to the same college, Columbia College, Chicago. So, I mean, it's just, I can't stop smiling every time I'm on set, but I think a lot of that translates, and I think you get to see a lot of the camaraderie and the really good feeling that we have on set.
Speaking about Lily Singers, we knew at some point Claudia was going to go, and we saw her get stabbed up, but I don't know how you can come back from that. Have we seen the last of Claudia? Is she definitely dead, or is there a chance she's going to be in a wheelchair next year?
Well, I got to tell you, like all things that involve Gary Lennon, there is an unforeseen circumstance that the audience thinks they know everything, but there's an extra thing. Gary really is a brilliant storyteller. So I think that as far as Claudia's fate, I think that is probably up in the air. But I know that there's one man on this planet that knows exactly what's going to happen, and that's Gary Lennon. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with.
Do you ever say at all as far as where you think you may go? Gary does a great job, and so do the writers. No question of what they're doing because they definitely keep us on our toes. That's why we watch it week after week. That's why we cheat and wait till it comes out. At midnight. We don't wait to see it on Sunday. But do you have a little bit of a say, like where you think Tommy could go, or not? You just like, hey, they do it
What I
well.
think. Well, to answer that, I'd say that I think that at this point, I've earned my seat at the table to be listened to, not necessarily to have any influence on where it will go, because I don't. That is 100% Gary Lennon and the good folks over at the Stars Lionsgate franchise. But they do listen to me because I've been there since the beginning. I have a good grasp on what the world is, some good ideas of where things could go. But that said, that is all our fearless leader Gary Lennon. That is the man who makes the decisions, and he just really is brilliant. But he is very collaborative. He asks not just me. He asks kind of everybody. Hey, what do you think? And he'll take it or he won't. But he loves to listen.
Why doesn't Tommy have more than one car? His car is always getting shot up.
I know. Like you'd think that would be his fingerprint, and they'd be like, "Oh, there's Tommy. There's Tommy's car." I think that in some ways that car has taken on a life of its own. It really is such a symbol for him. That rough, rugged, mean American classic, hardworking. Yeah, I don't know. If I was Tommy, I would. I'd probably have that. A 2024 Audi A4 or whatever with the 22-inch rims. But but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but I think that it just. I think symbolically, I think that that car just really does represent Tommy. And it's like when you hear that, it's kind of the you know Tommy's coming for you, and it strikes fear in the hearts of men.
Before I let you go, you have such a recognizable face. Is there any place you can go where you can be yourself, where you don't have to put on a persona? Whenever I put on persona, it's like we know who you are, and at any given time, people could be recording you because, seeing, they're seeing you, you're sometimes to some people, you're the idol. Where can you go or what can you do where you don't have to worry about anything, where you just can just chill?
You know, you never know where people watch the Power Show. I just chill at home with my wife. I have a wonderful wife. I'm so blessed to have an incredible partner in this world, and I have the best time with her. And I'm 100% off. I get to be my authentic self with her, so that's my biggest blessing in life. But it's funny. My wife and I did a circle around Lake Michigan, and even in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, in Munising, this people were just like Tommy Egan, and you're like, you people, you guys watch Power too. So the tentacles of the Power universe are long and vast, and it's always interesting to see how thoroughly the Power franchise has made it to the world.
Joseph, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Congratulations, obviously, on the season two. Let's hope we can get that season three talked about, and now you can start shooting it. The writers can start writing. It's good that the strike is over. We're able to talk. So wherever you're at, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you down the road.
Amen, Wilson. Thank you.